Back in 2012, we were going through the golden age of mobile apps. COD Zombies, Subway Surfer, Doodle Jump, you name it. You look back on these times and reminisce about how amazing all these apps were for their time. These mobile apps weren't just cash grabs by companies with 1 million in-app purchases that needed to be made. They were enjoyable. But there's one app you may have heard of, with a pretty insane and dark history behind it. An app that was said to be so dangerous that it literally made headlines all over the globe. So, sit back as we teleport back to 2012 and investigate the world of Talking Angela. Picture this. It's summer, over a decade ago. You're young but old enough that you have been gifted a touchscreen phone. After years of being stuck with a Nokia brick, this touchscreen world that is now in your hands has endless possibilities for fun. So many games on one device. You go through the top 50 in the App Store: Candy Crush, COD Zombies, Doodle Jump, Cut the Rope, downloading them one by one. You get further down the list and stumble across the world of the talking apps. Talking Carl had gotten boring, as all it really did was repeat what you said, just pitched up. However, this new one caught your eye. Talking Angela. You hit download and waited those 20 to 30 seconds for that little blue bar to fill up at the bottom of the grayed out app icon. Installing. Done. At first glance, this is cool. A whole other friend in your pocket that you can talk to. But the more and more you hear about it, the stranger it gets. There's a rumor going around the internet that this app is more than what it seems on the outside. There's a dark side to it. You've heard people say that Angela has been saying some pretty creepy stuff, going off track, asking how old you are, where you go to school, and where do you live. Almost as if someone behind the app is trying to gain as much information on you as possible. Something else is off too. You notice something in those blue eyes that has been staring you down this whole time. Upon a closer inspection, you make a discovery that makes your heart drop. A man, staring back at you from the reflection in Angela's glazed eyes. You're shocked, but something inside you tells to investigate.
There was no one to play with. I was just taking a quick nap.
A sinister feeling waves over your body. You don't feel safe. The rumors were true and you should have listened. There would be multiple children across the world that would experience this horrific scenario. The parents would catch on to whatever was going on and do their best to spread the word, warning others about the dangers of this seemingly innocent app. So many were involved that the story managed to make its way onto the news, in hopes of warning as many eyes and ears as possible. In only about a few weeks, Talking Angela made headlines, a global worry as the seemingly innocent app unnerved millions of parents across the world. But was this app what people were saying it was? I mean, it's still around today, so nothing must have come of this global hysteria. Perhaps it was innocent after all. Let's take a look. A decade ago, The Guardian set out to put the minds of these parents at ease. After rigorous research into the app, they could confirm that something was a bit spooky about some of the things Angela was saying. I'm 18, how old are you? Followed by, you know what's fun? A clothing swap party. Apparently, she'll even tell you that cat sex is hair-raising and perfect. What? Yeah, don't see why this has a place on a children's app. But I suppose it does have a child-safe mode that every child will utilize, right? Another thing was that the app asks for permission to use the camera. This is so that you can make faces to Angela as cues. She will copy them and react to them accordingly. Weird again, but if you look at it from an outside perspective, I guess it's pretty fun. Look, all of this was obviously just a hoax. However, there was room for genuine criticism though. Firstly, the ease of turning on and off the child safe mode had to be changed, as it was only a little icon down in the corner of the screen. Secondly, the conversation topics can also be tweaked and changed. If there is uproar about a certain conversation starter from Angela, then it can always be removed. And the last thing the article does say, which I think is the most important thing here, the hoax is a reminder that as parents we also have responsibilities to be aware of what apps our kids are using and how they work, from first-hand experience. For now, I would steer my children to other apps rather than talking Angela, but that's based on testing it out for myself rather than believing hysterical all-caps warnings posted on Facebook. Teleporting into the future and the present day, the app is still running and doing well. The developers managed to turn it around over time and beat the allegations, if you want to put it that way. To top this all off, one thing I will stress, which no one seems to be talking about in these articles. Back in the day, the security for all of these new apps and phones, especially on Android phones, was not that great. There is a chance that the app did get hacked and all of the allegations did happen. So please, just be aware. Don't let your guard down because an article in a news outlet told you to. The world, and especially the internet, is a very messed up place. Ciao.